Hey, got a smoke?
I do. The kind you like. Now where's the amber?
Fortunately, it's not on me at the moment. And you really should be telling me what a good job I did. Busted my ass and managed to hide it right before I got caught. Which is why I'm still alive.
The deal was, we get you out of here when you deliver the amber. No amber, no protection, Luis.
Such a stickler for details, huh, Ada? Okay, then. I'll go get it now. How about that? And I do have something else I need to get, too.
This is Roost. I've got some bad news, Condor One. With the weather like this, the chopper can't make its approach. Can you stand by until it clears?
Negative. Too dangerous. We're gonna get out of here and find someplace safe.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more to help.
Don't worry about it. We'll swim home if we have to. Condor 1, out. Let's go.
What's gonna happen to me?
Right now. Let's just focus on getting out of here.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to part 8 of Resident Evil 4. We finally got to see Ada, and it looks like she's working with Luis for some reason. What is Ada up to these days? And I might as well get on the subject of Ada Wong's voice in this game. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but it's also not great. Now, for this iteration of Resident Evil 4, I think Lily Gao fits the role of Ada very good. She's just stoic, no nonsense, and kind of takes no shit from anybody. But in comparison to the other VAs for Ada in the past, I think this one should have done with a bit more intensity. And it's honestly not even really Lily Gao's fault, as it seems to be more of a Capcom choice to make Ada Wong a bit more emotionless. Like, what happened? But yeah, Ada Wong, good voice, but I can see where some of the complaints are coming from. Some of the complaints, that is. There are internet trolls out there that like to take things too far and just bully people just because they put on what they think is a terrible performance, but it's really not as bad as you would think. And honestly, if there is a bad performance, Mega Man X4, I just laugh and leave it alone. I don't go to anybody's social media and attack them just for their dastardly performance, because that's just wrong. But anyway, I've been talking about that for like 2 minutes now. Let's see what I could buy from the merchant. Oh cool, the riot gun's in stock. I can get it right now. Except I can't. Well, yeah, maybe I can. Let me just move the... Yeah, just move the first aid spray. Boom. Now, the riot gun has a better recoil, but less spread than the other shotgun that I had.
That there's a real boomstick, mate. It will reduce your target to a bloody pulp.
And something else to keep in mind about the riot gun is it's also a semi-automatic rifle. It's not pump action like the other shotgun, so you don't have to worry about reloading after each shot. Which is a good trade-off, because sometimes in the middle of a heated battle with Ganados, and you really love to use the shotgun, you sometimes can't afford to go through the whole pumping the shotgun animation. It's mostly because the enemies in this game are extremely aggressive, especially towards the latter half.
I'll try.
We're doing this!
So what you want to do for this section is get the Ganados on one side and just funnel them in that way, and make sure Ashley is nowhere near the action. It's a good thing that this pathway is very linear. You do have the big brute in the area, but you can make short work of him with the shotgun. And this riot gun is freaking epic. I think it's my favorite shotgun to use in this game. It's mostly because of the tiny spread. There's another shotgun called the Striker later that does the same amount of damage, but the spread is massive, so you're not getting that much concentrated fire. The striker's good for extremely large groups, but not so much if you're trying to take out one big boy. That's what the riot gun's for.
You're in the way!
Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, you may have seen me take out a bunch of Ganados earlier that were on the catwalks. Yeah, you want to take those guys out if you want this combat section to be easier. Because they will throw Molotov cocktails and flaming arrows towards you, and Ashley, so you want to be careful. And you also want to be careful with the next couple of combat sections coming up, because they will introduce some chainsaws. Because those are fun. But my knife is stronger now, so in the off chance I do have to parry a knife, I do have to parry a chainsaw, I can withstand it better. And hopefully not get myself chopped in half, which is still a possibility because there's not only one chainsaw maniac, there's two. There are going to be bear traps within this area that are pretty well hidden, so you want to watch out for that. I honestly thought the rope on the floor was a bear trap. That's how well camouflaged they are. And you do have to worry about Ashley getting ensnared by bear traps too, because that will happen if she gets near them. And as it turns out, Ashley also seems to have ankles of steel because that doesn't really hinder her much, she just gets trapped. Let's see what type of ammo I can make with my resources. Now, there is going to be a difference between your large resources and your smaller resources. Your small resources are going to be used for stuff like your handgun ammo and your shotgun shells, while the large resources are going to be used for SMG rounds as well as rifle rounds. And I believe Magnum rounds too. I think those take up larger resources. Bolts and flashbangs also take up large resources too. So instead of getting ammo at almost every other turn like in the original game, you have to make up ammo on a case-by-case basis. Which I will say is, it's not better or worse than the original, it's just slightly more realistic, I guess. Because there's no way that a deserted village will have this much ammo. But it's a video game, so can't have realism getting in the way too much. And also, it's not like the game just starves you of ammo. The remake still gives you ammo at certain points. It's probably different in professional mode. Maybe the game lessens the ammo count and the resources. There's going to be a couple of goodies in this shack. Now, if Ashley would just get out of the way. But you do have to be careful. There is a Ganado in this house. And I thought the shot to the leg would stun the guy for a longer time, but apparently not. Oh, great, and he's got the virus too. Stay back, Ashley. Yeah, that's good. Ashley's staying outside. Sometimes Ashley would just run into danger for no reason, which is, yeah. Sometimes you gotta micromanage her movements, other times she's fine. It's kind of weird. Anyway, here's the Chalice of Atonement. You can sell that to the merchant, but you can also attach rectangular jewels to increase its value. Which I don't think I currently have any jewels, so that sucks. I can't even use the chalice for anything. Oh yeah, actually I do, never mind. But I only have the one emerald, and I can't fit the yellow diamond in there, so it still sucks. But anyway, let's move forward. Actually kind of terrified of the next part coming up. And the rain just stopped. That may or may not be a good sign.
Sure is quiet.
Which means we're about to run into a boss fight. Now, the thing about the boss fight, or at least the good thing about the boss fight, is that you can hide Ashley into a locker. Which is actually very strange because of the lack of lockers anywhere else in the game. It led me to believe that there weren't going to be lockers in the remake. But just for boss fights, it seems. So whenever you see lockers, be sure to utilize them because you will need it.
Stay back!
Well, at least he didn't come back as a Plagueis. And that's saying a lot. I think I may have gone insane at this point.
Come on.
Okay.
Before I get on with the boss fight, I'm going to take a while to collect some stuff because I will definitely need it. Even if it's useless, I probably will definitely need it further down the road. There is going to be a door with a lock that you cannot open from this side. However, you can still shoot the lock off of the door, which is on the other side, by just shooting through one of the holes in the wall. Here, I'm about to demonstrate it. Leon, for some reason, just cannot kick this damn door down. He has to do all this extra stuff. This will save you some time during the boss fight because the Bella sisters will just straight up storm you. And not only that, there will be enemies coming into the house at the same time too, through another wall. So you have to shoot the lock off in order to save some time and get out quickly. And also shoot this door's lock too, which is probably the bigger threat because you cannot shoot the lock from the inside. And also, I want to add that just in the event that you don't shoot the locks off and you are trapped in here, there is a way out, and that's pretty much the way that the Ganados come in. It's going to be the door on the left as soon as the boss fight starts, and trust me, getting out of that door when Ganados are flooding in is harder than it looks. But we'll see how I handle the boss fight. It's honestly not as difficult as it looks, but it will catch the first time player off guard. Gonna use the herb mix to increase the max health. You want to increase Leon's maximum health as soon as you can because some attacks later on will destroy about half your health if you're not careful. And that's on the medium difficulty. There is a treasure chest in this area and I forgot what's in it. It is valuable though. You can sell that to the merchant for thousands of pesetas. You just need the way shrine key. Now let's see what this thing is. Oh, it's an elegant headdress. Yeah, I could still sell that to the merchant when I see him. But that should be everything in this area. Let me get to the boss. Oh wait, no, it wasn't everything in this area. Damn it! Okay, what's in here? Okay, so we got some gunpowder and a red herb. And the combination of a red herb and a green herb works just about the same as a first aid spray. It heals you to full health. And then with the green herbs, if you ingest a green herb by itself and you don't mix it with anything, it's only a quarter of your health. If you mix those with other green herbs, it increases the value of the healing.
Great.
Didn't realize it was yours. I am flattered, but I'm a one-lady type of guy.
Okay, it's game time. At least I have the attachable mine so I can blow them up real quickly and make my grand escape. And also, it's a good thing I blew those locks off before I entered the boss fight. Yeah, that section, if you don't destroy the locks, you better be prepared to take on the Bella sisters head on because they can kill you really quickly. In fact, they can kill you in one hit because chainsaws. But the good thing about the chainsaw guys or gals is they actually have to rev up their attacks in order to hit you with it. So that'll give you a lot of time to parry or just move out of the way. It's a one-shot kill still, yes, but they have to animate in order to earn that one-shot kill. And I think I just trapped myself by accident. Oops. Here, eat a grenade. On second thought, I think trapping myself was the best mistake I could have made. I got all the enemies on one side. And I also have a couple of flash grenades on standby so I could just stun them with those too. But yeah, I think you only really need to kill one Bella sister, and that's the one with the crank. But I killed both of them because it's more convenient that way. Now here's my one-hit kill. If I was Hunk, but I'm not Hunk, I'm Leon S. Kennedy. Master of kicks, not cracking necks. As it turns out, I killed one of the Bellas with the flashbang and stab combo, but the other one survived, so she's gonna be chasing me around in a bit. Oh, yeah, there she is. I think that's the one that picked up the crank for the door too, so I just killed the second sister first. This is a bad location to do this because I might get attacked from behind or to my right. But I got a flashbang grenade, so it doesn't really matter. Now that the huge threats have been taken out, I just need to worry about the small fries. And if we're comparing them to the chainsaw-wielding maniacs that are the Bella sisters, then Ganados with Plagueis inside them are small fry. Do you have a collectible? Do you have a collectible? Do you have a collectible? Yes, she does. Sapphire. Alright, now to take on everybody else in the mix. You can kind of play this game like Dead Space as well. There are definitely similarities, like each reaction to the different body parts you shoot, even though in Dead Space is a bit more fleshed out. Oh geez, you want me to recreate the bar fight scene from Raiders of the... I just recreated the bar fight scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was an absolutely brilliant film. In fact, so were the rest of the Indiana Jones films. Except for Crystal Skull. That one was kind of underwhelming. And I have a feeling that the new one, Dial of Destiny, that one's gonna be okay-ish at best. It's probably not gonna have the charm that the earlier films did. But who knows, maybe the movie will be better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. By God, anything should be better than Crystal Skull at this point. Yeah, I don't really care much for Indiana Jones 4 anymore. I used to somewhat defend that movie, but not now. It is a bad movie. It's pretty rough. And I also hold on to the belief that Indiana Jones should have just been a trilogy with a couple of video games and not anything else. But that's just me.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. I guess.
You did well back there. Seems this isn't your first time running from creeps.
I can't tell if that's meant to be a compliment.
I'm actually trying to think if Leon actually complimented Ashley or anybody else in the original game, but I don't think so. But also, the ballistics line and the overtime line at the end are not in the remake. I still don't get it. Ballistics? That was such a silly line that doesn't even make sense. RE4 had to have had some of the silliest dialogue lines in all of gaming. And that's not even hyperbole. Your preference may vary. If you like the cheesy 2000s voice acting, then you're gonna love the original RE4. But if you want a more serious take, then go for the remake. You alright, Ashley? Okay, that grunt was actually kind of corny. Just by virtue of it happening out of nowhere, I thought a monster just leapt out and attacked Ashley or something. Or maybe Ashley's making strange random noises because the ballistics are getting in the way. Damn those ballistics. Cool, we got more gunpowder. And with that, we officially clean out this area, and Ashley is running into the wall. Why is she doing that?
Alright, come on.
Okay. Leon!
Soul requires cleansing. Come, child. Ashley, run!
Oh no, it's Big Cheese. It's fucking Big Cheese! You're better off running away from them. There will be Ganados in the area that will block your progress, but you can just mow them down very quickly. They're not that hard to take down.
Don't worry about them.
If Ashley gets grabbed by Méndez, that is an instantaneous game over. There's no getting her back after that point. The animation for Méndez picking Ashley up is pretty hilarious because not only does he pick her up, but he jumps away with her like he's freaking Superman or something.
This way. Okay.
I'm stuck.
We need to go. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm good.
Then run. Close one.
How the hell are we gonna take this guy out? He's freaking bulletproof.
Listen, you're the one he wants. If we see him again, you run.
What about you?
I'll do my job.
Well, it looks like Leon's going to have to do his job in the next part because we are about to run out of time. So I'll see you in part 9 where we finally take on Méndez, the big cheese himself.
Oh, break's over, I suppose. Welcome, wielding. What can I do you for? Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's the way to be. I'll buy almost anything. A deal well struck. God, don't get yourself killed now.